Sunlight floods Rahul's small apartment, highlighting his disheveled shirt and the promise of a new day. Rahul leaps into the air, a radiant smile lighting up his face with uncontainable joy. He bounces with pure exuberance, his energy filling the small space. Ankit sits hunched over his laptop, his calm demeanor a stark contrast to Rahul's excitement. Rahul's voice bursts with excitement. 24 divided by 12. That's 2 lakhs a month, bro. Ankit's silence amplifies Rahul's fervor, a silent acknowledgement of the moment's significance. Rahul, restless, paces in his apartment, his fingers drumming on his phone. A triumphant grin spreads across his face as he declares, "I'm buying the new iPhone on Friday." His excitement builds, visioning adventures ahead. And we are going to Bali next month. Rahul's apartment is filled with the promise of new tech and exotic travels. It's the office building, a confident stride suggesting future ambition. Himself as the CEO, a silent promise etched on his face. His eyes scan the towering building, absorbing the atmosphere of power. He nods to the security guard, an air of self-importance radiating from him. A smirk plays on his lips, hinting at the grand plans brewing within. He hides into the office cafeteria, his eyes scanning, seeking attention. He orders an expensive coffee, emphasizing each word to the barista. A self-satisfied grin spreads across Rahul's face, impossible to miss. He takes a deliberate sip, savoring the moment with exaggerated flair. The cafeteria fades into the background as Rahul basks in his perceived spotlight. Rahul seems to believe he is the star of his own movie. Rahul sits at his desk, radiating optimism, ready to face the day. A wide, bright smile lights up his face, reflecting his eagerness. He opens his laptop, the screen illuminating his ambitious gaze. His fingers hover over the keyboard, poised to tackle the corporate world. The office hums with potential as he dives into his work. Rahul's apartment is dimly lit, the silence amplifying his anticipation. He clutches his phone, eyes glued to the screen, awaiting the notification. The phone buzzes. "Your account has been credited with Thyan 8,000. His face freezes, disbelief slowly dawning as he rereads the message. He wipes his glasses, a gesture of incredulity, hoping to clarify the unbelievable. Staring intently, he grapples with the reality of this sudden windfall. Rahul bursts into the HR office, breathless and frantic, his eyes wide with a mix of disbelief and panic. "Ma'am, there's been a mistake, a theft, a heist," Rahul exclaims, his voice echoing with urgency. His words paint a vivid picture of chaos and loss. "I'm missing nearly 1 lakh. The HR manager looks up, startled by the sudden eruption, her expression shifting from calm to concerned. In the HR office, the HR manager gestures towards a chair, a silent invitation amidst the sterile environment. A calculator sits in her hand, its screen emitting a faint, cold glow. "Sit down, Rahul. Let's look at your CTC breakdown," she says, her tone businesslike. Rahul looks bewildered, a visible question forming in his eyes. The HR manager's gaze is unwavering, her expression unreadable. Rahul hesitates, a sense of unease settling over him as he anticipates the impending discussion. Sunlight floods the HR office, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. The HR manager gestures towards a detailed CTC breakdown, its figures stark against the bright light. "Performance bonus," she says, her tone laced with irony. "Only if the company hits its target. You hit your target, and the moon is in the 7th house of Jupiter." The document lies on the desk, a symbol of promises both grand and elusive. In the sterile HR office, the HR manager faces the new employee, a wall of paperwork, a silent barrier between them. The manager gestures, launching into an enthusiastic explanation of the benefits package. Gratuity. You get this in 5 years, the HR manager states, emphasizing the fine print. If you leave in 4 years and 11 months, we keep it. The HR manager concludes, a subtle warning hanging in the air. Under harsh, fluorescent lights, the HR manager presents the benefits package across a desk littered with paperwork. He listens intently, absorbing the details of their compensation and benefits. The HR manager gestures to the documents, highlighting key points with practiced ease. Employer, PF. We put money from your pocket into another pocket that you can't open until you're 60, the HR manager explains. The new employee's reaction is a mix of understanding and dawning realization about long-term savings. In the sterile HR office, the HR manager's stern face is illuminated by the form detailing a litany of deductions. Rahul sits across from her, his initial hope slowly eroding with each itemized charge. A 25,000 insurance premium for you, your spouse, and 2 imaginary children, the HR manager states. Rahul's eyes widen slightly, the weight of the deductions pressing down on him. His optimistic demeanor fades, replaced by a dawning realization of his financial straits. In the sterile HR office, the HR manager's practiced smile belies the absurdity about to unfold. The new employee stares, a flicker of disbelief in their eyes as the compensation details are revealed. 20,000 Sodexo coupons, the HR manager recites, valid only on stale sandwiches. 15,000 cab and internet reimbursement. They continue. Submit 400 pages of bills or forfeit this. A 10,000 office vibe contribution. The HR manager concludes, maintaining their unsettling smile. The unspoken truth hangs heavy. The beanbags and coffee machine have already been paid for by the employee. In the sterile HR office, the HR manager's manicured finger stabs emphatically at a document. Rahul sits opposite her, his initial hope slowly draining away, replaced by a growing sense of disappointment. And finally, tax deduction. The HR manager declares, her tone indifferent to Rahul's dismay. Rahul's deflated expression deepens as he struggles to grasp the reality of his situation. A desperate question escapes his lips. So, what is CTC actually? Rahul's eyes reflect a mix of confusion and resignation as he awaits the HR manager's inevitable explanation. The HR manager sits rigidly behind a formidable desk, a strained smile masking the tension in the air. Stacks of papers form an imposing barrier, each sheet a silent testament to corporate bureaucracy. The fluorescent lights hum, casting a sterile glow on the scene. Cost to company, she says, her voice betraying a hint of practiced indifference. It's the cost of you existing, breathing our air, and drinking our coffee, she concludes, the smile never faltering. Bathed in the cold, blue light of his phone, Rahul sits alone on his couch, a picture of dejection. His fingers move slowly across the screen, each tap a heavy sigh in digital form. Hey bro, Rahul types, the words a stark contrast to the vibrant life he once envisioned. A pause then. Change of plans. We're ordering kishti tonight. The message echoes his subdued mood. The reply, simple and resigned, flashes back. Okay. A silent agreement to a quiet night.